Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark at GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on 1 minute. Oh boy. Yeah, I've got a great classic coffee this morning. Right here, I picked it up at my local Mark's grocery store. Here it is, 8 o'clock coffee. Yeah, 8 o'clock coffee. I saw this on the shelf. I've never had it before. What a great coffee. This is a medium roast. Really nice flavor, nice texture. I like it a lot. And I looked up the history of the 8 o'clock coffee company, and I found the following here. 8 o'clock coffee was created by the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, later A&P, in 1859, in the latter company's founding year. Despite selling off the brand in 2003, A&P continued to sell 8 o'clock coffee in its family of stores until the supermarkets closed in late 2015. They're now owned by, I guess it's pronounced Tata, T-A-T-A, Tata Consumer Products. The previous owners, of course, were A&P, introduced in 1859. Yeah, a really neat coffee, and just great to have a coffee that was founded back in 1859. Really, really nice. And I'm using my Yellow Lab coffee mug. I know we talked about dogs and pets last week, so that's why I'm following up with this Yellow Lab coffee mug. Yeah, Labrador, I grew up with them ever since I was a teen. They're great dogs, and if I ever consider getting another dog, it would probably be a Yellow Lab, but that's a discussion down the road sometime. So yeah, good cup of coffee, a great breed of dog. And before I forget, also wanted to point out a couple of things from Phoenix Shaving. In my previous reviews, I don't know if I pointed this out to you. You know, they give these neat promotional cards whenever you buy shaving gear from them. And this one, I wanted to point this out to you. Keep calm and shave on. It's got a 2001 kind of vibe to it with this spaceship. But if you can see, right here, it's wearing a face mask. Which I thought was kind of a nice touch, a humorous touch. I thought that was great. And of course, this door handle sign, do not disturb, epic shave in progress. That's great too. Yeah, just it's these neat little marketing touches that Phoenix Shaving and other companies out there are doing that just really make it an enjoyable purchase. That's really, really great. And the reason why I mentioned Phoenix Shaving is because our first comment involves Phoenix Shaving, and it comes from She Shaves with Jill, and she commented in the video review I did of the Cube and Solar Flare brush. Now here's a Solar Flare brush right here in butterscotch, and I really love this brush. 24 millimeter synthetic knot on there with this terrific butterscotch handle, and feels great in the hand. It really does. It's a terrific brush. And she wrote, the brush looks like a mustard jar. That's what I would name it if I owned one. Now she's saying that humorously with a little smiley on the end, and I get that. I understand that. But one of the reasons behind buying this brush for me is because of the butterscotch color. Now, just as a small aside, a little story here, please humor me for a little bit here. The reason why I was looking for a butterscotch brush for quite a long time and decided on this one because of its real nice, beautiful butterscotch color is because of my mom. When I was 13 years old, and again, I'm not trying to wear it on my sleeve, it's just my upbringing. I was raised Catholic. When Lent rolls around, you're supposed to sacrifice something, give something up for those 40 days. And being 13 years of age and having hormones kick in and my face breaking out, I decided to give up chocolate and candy and sweets and that sort of thing. After Lent, I thought, well, let's see how long I could go without chocolate and candy. And here it is all these years later, and I haven't had chocolate or candy ever since. Certainly have not had chocolate ever since I was 13 years of age. Maybe a throat lozenge here and there, over the years, that sort of thing. But as far as getting a roll of Lifesavers or some chewing gum, No, nothing like that at all, and certainly no chocolate. Now, my mother made the best chocolate chip cookies. Now, look, I'm sure your mom made the best chocolate chip cookies too, but my mom made great chocolate chip cookies. And knowing that I wouldn't eat chocolate, she went that little extra mile for number 4 son, and she made butterscotch chip cookies for me because they weren't chocolate. And I just thought that was just so nice of my mother to do that. And so whenever she made chocolate chip cookies, she would make a batch of butterscotch chip cookies just for me. And that's why when I saw this butterscotch handled brush, well, you know what, I had to have it because it reminds me of my mom. The Gillette Super Speed that I have from my late father reminds me of my dad, and this butterscotch handle reminds me of my mother. So that's why you might see it as a mustard jar, and that's fine. I remember this as a butterscotch chip cookie that my mom used to make for me. And they were extra special because everybody else was eating chocolate in the family, but she knew that I wasn't eating chocolate. And she kind of helped me keep that regimen all these years later. And everybody in my family now knows, I mean, they know after all these years, I don't eat chocolate. So, and when they do set aside something for me that is non-chocolate, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, my family's great. They all understand that, and they're just, you know, it's family. It's just a great thing. So that's why I like this brush. Another reason why I like this brush so much. It's a great performer. It's got a great synthetic knot, a nice handle, really terrific design. Feels great in the hand. Good for home, good for travel. But this butterscotch color is so nice and deep and butterscotch-like that it reminds me of, you know, something very, very nice that my mom used to do for me when I was a kid. All right, so that's that's that one. Thanks very much for the comment. She shaves with Jill. It really allowed me to share that story with everyone here. Our next comment comes from João Carlos dos Santos. Now, João, you spell your name J-O-A with a tilde over it, O. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. I believe that's the Portuguese pronunciation. Boy, I sure hope I pronounced that correctly. If I haven't, my sincere apologies. I try to do some online research in order to understand how to pronounce your name. Again, my apologies if I didn't get it right. But João Carlos dos Santos. And he wrote, "Hello, Mark. I came across this old video and I was wondering if you would consider using the Gem Micromatic in a future shave." Now, this was a video overview I did on the Gem Micromatic single edge razor. He goes on to say, "You made such compliments to this type of single edge razor that I believe it will not disappoint the viewers." Yes, thank you very much for that, João. I really do appreciate that. And I did do a video shave with a Gem Micromatic razor. Now, let me show you what they look like. This guy right here, this is the Gem Micromatic ClogPruf. This dates back to about the 1930s, 1940s. I can't really place what year this was made, but this was made right around in the 1930s, 1940s period. And you can find these everywhere. And the reason why I was attracted to these is because I saw some discussion online regarding this razor. It was twist to open. It takes a single edge razor blade, and there are a number of different styles of razors of this Gem Micromatic, and it gives an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shave. But the really big attraction was I was able to find these for $5 and $10 a piece. That's what I was really so intrigued by it. Now, since I made those videos and talked about it, I think the price has gone up a little bit on from Etsy sellers and eBay sellers and that sort of thing. But you can find these at antique stores, at secondhand stores, probably yard sales, that kind of thing, and in probably fairly good shape. This one, I mean, look, for being something that was made in the 1930s, 40s, or 50s, it's still in great, great shape. And it has some really nice heft to it, and it gives an absolutely wonderful shave. Now, it uses this kind of blade here, the Gem Persona single edge razor blade. Now, you want to buy these in the shaving aisle of a CVS or other similar drugstore. I believe I found these at CVS. Don't buy these at a hardware store or a paint store. Those are for scraping paint off, for gosh sakes. These are for shaving, and they're indicated for shaving. You can find them online on Amazon as well. And they really are a nice, smooth stainless steel blade. They come in a blade bank like this, right, like this, and about 10 to a pack. And all you do is just, push and pull it out like that. Let me set that down and I'll show you how you load it. And you just load it like this. You have a couple of stops right here that the blade bumps up against. So all you do is just place it in there like that. Now let's see if I can get it in there on camera. Okay. Okay. Place it in there like that. A little difficult doing it on camera. But you want to make sure that the blade bumps up against those two stops there. And then you just tighten it down. And there you go. You're ready to shave. Make sure that's right up against the stops there. And that's what you want. You don't want a little gap there. You want it to right up against those stops. That's where you want it. And the way you use these razors is it has let me take the blade out just to be careful. It has a beveled side right here. You can see this right here, this flat surface right here. All you do is hold this against your face flat like this. Just hold it against your face flat like this, and then very lightly just pull down. Now this is the approximate angle of a straight razor. This safety razor is sometimes called a straight razor on a pole because that angle is very, very similar. And all you need is a light touch, and it gives you an absolutely beautiful shave. Now I used it again this morning. I've been using it for the last few days, and I am planning on doing another video shave with this because it's such a great razor. And it comes in a variety of styles or models. This is called the Micromatic ClogPruf. This is a really, really efficient razor. Again, all you have to do is hold it flat against your face and let this razor do all the work. Instead of saying 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, I would be saying flat against the face, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And you get some really beautiful, smooth shaves. The only challenge here is getting under the nose because of the angle of this razor head and where the blade sits, etc. You really can't get underneath the nose on a north to south kind of pass. You have to go east to west and hold it flat against your face this way. Stretch your skin and then very carefully move it across. Now I find that when I hold this surface flat against my face to do the lower lip, the upper lip rather, underneath my nose, is I find going from this direction this way a lot easier than going halfway here and turning around going halfway here. Just going this way all the way across on one pass seems to work for me very carefully. There is a bit of a learning curve with this. A lot of wet shavers, without knowing it, they buy one, they pop a blade in, and they attempt to shave with this razor at a 30-degree angle, and they end up tearing up their face. Really, it's not meant to be used that way. You use the face of this razor, hold it flat against your face, and just lightly pull down, and you get a great, great shave. Now, let me show you some of the models. This is the Micromatic ClogPruf. This is, I guess you could say, a closed comb razor. This is the Micromatic open comb. Very similar to the ClogPruf, but with an open comb. This is very, very aggressive. This is more aggressive than a ClogPruf. I think that the aggression rate would be, this is the most aggressive. This is number 2 right here. I tend to use the ClogPruf more than I use the open comb. I think the open comb might be a little too aggressive for me. That's just me. The ClogPruf. Then after this comes a really interesting razor. It's the Flying Wing or Bullet Tip. This is a little milder. It's called the Flying Wing because it has that kind of shape here, a bullet tip. It's called either the Flying Wing or Bullet Tip. And again, it's twist to open. You just pop your blade in there. And then again, use this surface here to, help guide the shave. Again, these are really, really inexpensive when I bought them. This open comb I bought in an antique store for $5. I couldn't believe it. $5, and look at the shape it's in. It's an absolutely beautiful shape. Beautiful shape. And I think I may have gotten this one on eBay for $6 to $10, something like that. Can't remember what I paid for this one here. However, I did get this complete gem travel case and a gold-plated bullet tip razor, flying wing bullet tip, and a blade bank for $12 at a second-hand store. And look at what kind of shape that's in. Now this one, as opposed to this one, this gold-plated one as opposed to the chrome-plated one, this one has what is known as the guiding eye, I believe it was called, the guiding eye. Has a little insignia that's etched in there. And that was from what I can see online, it was a marketing gimmick or marketing approach to get wet shavers to understand how to use this razor. And they were saying you take this guiding eye and place this flat against your skin rather than talking about this edge here, this surface here. They were talking about the eye, so that wet shavers would know to place this eye flat against their face like this and do their shave. And it really does work. So this was milder than the Micromatic ClogPruf. And it really is ClogPruf. I mean, the lather just moves right out of the way. So this was the flying wing or the bullet tip with the guiding eye, I believe is what they called it. Next up was the G-bar. This is another one from the 1950s, late 40s, early 50s. This one, the pedestal or the bottom of this, when I use this, I hold this against on my pinky here, as you can see. And as I use this, this really does help hold that angle. It's a flip top. All I have to do is flip that open. It's got a very heavy-duty spring mechanism in there. Put the blade in, and then just close it, and you're ready to shave. Again, another really mild, a razor in the mild range, as I recall. Really enjoyed using this one as well. Then you have something like this. This is made by the Gem Company also, prior to the Micromatics. This is known as the 1912, and this dates back about that far. Now, a fellow wet shaver gifted this to me because he saw my interest in using single edge razors. And this again is another flip top, and you just pop the blade in there and then down like this. Yeah, very efficient and very smooth. Although this one, you really got to be careful with this one. This one is, a little tricky. Also found this one in an antique store. This gem right here. This was $10. I don't know if you can see that. See that? $10. Absolutely amazing. It came with blades, and here it is right here. This has a push button release to get the razor head open. Drop your blade in again. 2 guards right there to hold the blade in alignment and align it, and then just press in, and you're ready to shave. Again, flat against the face like this, and just pull down ever so lightly, and you get a nice shave. And again, I used the Gem Micromatic ClogPruf this morning, and an absolutely beautiful shave. I happen to use the BAD pre-shave oil, used my Peregrino shaving brush. I used Planet Phoenix shaving soap. Boy, that was really good. That has formula CK6. That was a small sample that came with my travel scuttle. That was really nice, and I got an absolutely beautiful shave this morning with the Micromatic. But just make sure that the blade is aligned, that it comes up against those stops, that there's no gap there, and make sure that this is screwed down in place. It's very secure. And just make sure you hold this surface right here flat against your face, and then you'll always be on the perfect angle, and just a light touch, just pull down, and it gives an absolutely beautiful shave. There is a bit of a learning curve there, though. It's going to take you a few shaves to really understand how this razor works. But once you do, you get some really remarkable shaves. I found that I had to come back to understanding how to use this razor, because it really is. It's a terrific razor. It really is a terrific razor. But it does take a little bit of understanding to it, and if you get away from it and come back to it, you kind of have to relearn, get the feel of it again. Now, the only downside that I see to this is that there isn't a variety of blades available. There's just these Gem Personas, and I think Treat makes some, and that's about it. There are also some carbon blades that are made by, I believe, Persona, and those are okay, but they rust. I won't use those. I've used them once, and no matter what I did, drying them or dipping them in alcohol, it just didn't seem to stop the rust process. Very smooth shave, but I would only use one blade and then toss it, because just don't want my blades rusting or starting the process of rusting. But that's why I go with a stainless blade. Also, they make a blade from online at Ted Pella. These are similar to the Gem blades. I got a bunch here that another wet shaver gave to me when I bought one of these razors. I can't remember which one it is. It is a Gem blade, stainless blade, but it's coated PTFE, so it is a little smoother. And I got a bunch here also. So those are really nice to use. You can find those online at tedpella.com, I believe. But that's kind of an overview of the Gem Micromatic razor, and it really is a wonderful, wonderful razor and gives you a great shave. Something you want to consider. You can go online and you can still find some of them for $5 and $10. I would look for them. I wouldn't, if you want to try it, $5 or $10 is a really good price point to try it out. Any more than that, you're kind of making a financial commitment to it, because the price on some of these is starting to go up as some sellers see that there is a popularity and demand for it. I've seen some of the ones that I bought for $5 are now priced at $15, $20, $25, that sort of thing. So do a little shopping, keep your eyes peeled, and you might find one for $5 or $10 online or secondhand store or an antique store. So thanks very much for that, Joe. I really appreciate the question, the comment, and gee whiz, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So thanks very much. Supernova commented on one of my videos. He said, it is impressive, the video quality editing of your videos makes them even more enjoyable. Thanks for sharing and all the effort and time you spend doing them. You know what? I love doing these videos, and the process to me is a lot like cartooning. When I cartoon, I have to map out each panel, where I'm going to put the word balloon, where I'm going to put the characters. Is it a long shot? Is it a medium shot? Is it a mid shot? Is it going to be 2 panels, 3 panels, 4 panels, that kind of thing? And putting these videos is the same process. I really enjoy the shave. I enjoy doing it on camera. And I really enjoy the editing process, because the digital tools that are available are amazing. Really absolutely amazing. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. So thanks very much for that, Supernova. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate that you enjoy the videos. I really enjoy making them. This next comment comes from Chad Homier. He's commenting on Sterling soaps. And he said, I had a couple of shaves with 2 new shave soaps from Sterling Soaps. The 2 new soaps I have are Lemon Chill and Orange Chill. Great shave soaps from Sterling Soaps. Great shaving videos, Mark. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Chad. I really do appreciate that. The Sterling Soaps have been a real welcome surprise for my shaving routine. Love, love, love the kind of lather you get from them, and they have some wonderful, wonderful scents. My favorites are so far have been Barbershop, Sharp Dressed Man, Mountain Man. Really terrific shaving soaps. Great scents, great lather. Yeah, and thanks again. I can't thank the viewers enough who have insisted and said, try Sterling shave soaps. Yeah, really good shaving soaps there. So thanks for that comment, Chad. And we'll wrap it up with this comment from Abdullah Wahab Al-Shamali. That's right. This comes all the way from Kuwait. And he writes, greetings, Mark. Hope all is well and safe. This is a thank you email because of your channel. I have a new hobby and I'm obsessed with it. Wet shaving. I discovered your channel during the start of the quarantine in Kuwait last February, and since I have ordered a shavette, straight razor, and a safety razor. And yes, for the first few weeks, it was a bloodbath. However, it's a work in progress every day with a new shave. I'm almost 30 years old and a high leverage transaction corporate banker, so you got it. I have to shave every day. I used to go to the barber shop every day after work around 10 o'clock at night to get a shave and to be ready for the next day. And it cost me about 7 Kuwaiti dinars, around $24 US. Now, thanks to you, I'm doing that and enjoying it at home. And he goes on to talk about once the quarantine is over, etc., how he's going to go on with his routine and that sort of thing. It was a great opportunity for him and maybe a lot of other wet shavers out there to learn the wet shaving process, make a few mistakes so you don't have too many battle scars when you go to the office the next day. And I just wanted to say to Abdul Wahab Al-Shamali, thanks very much for the letter, the kind email, and the comments about this channel. I'm continually amazed at how at the reach that this channel makes. I can put a video up and it goes around the world in a flash, and I'm getting email from the Middle East, from Europe, from Canada, United States, West Coast, East Coast, Texas, Florida, Brazil, Mexico, it's Australia. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm just delighted that it has that kind of reach and that viewers are discovering the traditional wet shave, that they're embracing it, that they're doing it, that they're learning something, and maybe possibly even being entertained along the way. Thank you very much. And as I say, it is the greatest time to be doing the traditional wet shave because there is so much product out there available in razors, brushes, soaps, aftershaves, etc. You'll find the razor, soap, brush that is right for you and your budget. So it's just a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. So that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company, use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. Check out phoenixshaving.com or phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Both addresses get you to the same great online store where you can get some great shaving gear and great shaving soap. Try Formula CK6. It's terrific stuff. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marksrated, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.